Hello everyone. Earlier this morning I made my final trip to Barnes and Noble for the Criterion half-priced sale. I say final haul, I say that optimistically. Hopefully it's not. I picked up 7 Blu-rays in this haul, and I think that's going to be it. And there's more. I purchased more this July than I ever have before, mostly because I've been coming up with ideas for different things to use for the channel. One of them is that I'm going to try to keep up with the Criterion new releases as they're released, and do videos on them. And to that end, today's July 20th of 2021, La Passine. This is a French film from 1969. It stars Alain Delon and Romy Schneider, directed by Jacques Deray from a screenplay by Jean-Claude Carrière. Also stars Jane Birkin. And this edition includes the English language version, which was called Swimming Pool. I'm pretty sure I saw the French language version of this, but it's a very colorful movie. Alain Delon in 1969. Romy Schneider were a couple, a celebrity couple. They were together for quite a few years. It's as good a looking a couple as you can ever imagine in the world of film. And it includes a 2019 docudrama, scholarly interview as normal. It's what the inside looks like. So in order to I had to go back to pick up 3 Criterions. I had picked up new releases. I had picked up on South Street and Bringing Up Baby. But between Bringing Up Baby and La Passine, there were 3 movies that I would normally not have gotten, not because they're not any good, but it's not really in my wheelhouse. This is Andrei Tarkovsky's Mirror from 1977. This is a Tarkovsky that I have seen a long time ago, and my recollection of it is that I could make heads or tails of it. I do recall that particular scene, right, that's on the cover of this digipack, and as a special edition, got some great artwork, 2 discs, and we also have a very thick booklet that's full of pictures, photos from the movie. We also have a scholarly essay here and 2 treatments of the film Mirror that Tarkovsky produced, one very short one, and then another long one that reads like a short story, even a novella, that he worked from in the creation of Mirror. So there's 3 documentaries on this film, and the extras. There's an interview with the composer. Next up of these 3 films is Deep Cover, and that's Lawrence Fishburne on the cover, and that is directed by Bill Duke. I've never seen any of the movies that he directed. I've enjoyed him in some of the supporting roles I've seen him in the movies. It includes a new interview with Duke and a seminar with Duke. This is what the interior looks like, and I believe that's Jeff Goldblum in that artwork there with Lawrence Fishburne. So again, working out of my normal range would be a film I would have never gotten except for my adherence to this new project, and that's Working Girls by Lizzie Borden, and this is from 1986, and she had made some documentary film of some renown. This is the fictionalized version of that, her study of prostitution and what the working girl's life was like. There is an audio commentary with Borden included here, and a conversations with different people who worked on the film. And one of these conversations is with working girls themselves, so we can see how authentic Lizzie Borden was in portraying their life. So that'll get me caught up with La Passine for the second half of 2021 if I have my funds and my ability to keep up with. There's no release now until I believe it's August 10th for Afterlife, which is a movie I would get anyways by Carita. 2 nights ago I watched New York, New York, Scorsese movie from '77, and I'm going through the extras, and then I'm going to do a video on it. But also picked up at the library a book called Hollywood Under Siege, which is the story, the backstory about the controversy. The religious right were very offended by a Scorsese film called The Last Temptation of Christ, which is one of the 3 remaining titles that I picked up. Willem Dafoe on the cover. When I saw this film, I remember the controversy quite clearly. But when I saw the film, I thought, what are people so offended by? I didn't really see a whole lot there to be offended by, vis-a-vis other movies that had Christ in them. I would have thought would be far more offensive. But I guess this was a very high-profile Hollywood type movie, and we get the commentary with Scorsese, with Willem Dafoe, and with Paul Schrader and Jay Cox, who did the screenplay for The Last Temptation of Christ. So that's part of my 2-picture Scorsese project I'm in the middle of. I'll probably include some more of Scorsese's sort of overlooked films. But then if you're a subscriber to Solitary Ronin's channel, you'll know that he's been doing these director battles, and one of these directors was Masaki Kobayashi. And I realized I'd only seen 2 or 3 of his movies, and I was intrigued by, I did some random research online, and I found out that Stephen Prince had written a full-length book on Kobayashi's films. Prince, does great commentaries. If you've seen his, listened to his commentaries on some of the Kurosawa movies, especially High and Low, that's just an amazing commentary. And he also did a commentary on this Kobayashi movie, Kwaidan, Ghost Stories, series of ghost stories. I have seen this. One of the few Kobayashis I have seen. Harakiri is another Criterion Bluray. They didn't have it in stock, which is just as well. I bought enough stuff, and I can buy that down the road sometime after I read the Stephen Prince book on Kobayashi. And also, as part of that, and this is recently released, Blu-ray upgrade of Kobayashi's The Human Condition, 3-parter. I've never seen this. I have tried a couple times because it's been playing for years on the Criterion channel. The length of it, 9 hours, 3 movies, 9 hours. The horrors of war. It can be tough going for a old timer like me. But it's something I always wanted to see, and because I spend money on it now, because I buy everything I buy, I watch. I don't put it on the shelf and forget about it. It sits on the shelf and calls to me constantly, all these movies, because I'm really armed for movie watching in the next few months, and this will be part of it, and The Human Condition. And I ordered 4 films from Kino Lorber that were new releases in the last couple weeks, and I just looked on my email, and I got the confirmation that they're coming out. These are heavyweight movies, Tarkovsky, Kobayashi. My Kino Lorber movies are Claudette Colbert, Fred McMurray, Ray Milland, alias Nick Beale, The Gilded Lily. I can't remember. There's a couple more. And you need them to go in between. They're fun movies. But I half suspect that when they come, everything else gets put aside, and I'll watch these fun movies first before I delve into the deep heavyweight stuff. So anyways, this was a fun day. My last final haul for July of 2021. I couldn't find all the titles. I had to ask for assistance. I love doing that, and they quickly ran to the area, and they found the movies for me. So it's my only shopping experience outside of retail shopping experience outside of grocery stores. So this was a real fun sale. I picked up an awful lot of stuff. I've got to really take the no-dos and try to get going on watching some of these movies. I hope you guys also had a good time with this sale, and it's still going on, August 1st. I've also heard it maybe August 8th. I asked in the store, they didn't know. As always, thanks for listening. Any comments are always welcome. You guys take care, and I will catch you next time.